Well, I got another Alienware computer here. This is the Alienware Aurora R4. I think that's revision 4. I've had an Alienware before. I had the R3, R2, and I can't remember if I had the R1, but it was back in 2009. Well, my sister gave me this one because she doesn't need it anymore, and I got a lot to clean out, as you can see right here. That's the master I/O board right there. That is used for controlling the lights. These lights right here, charging the batteries for those lights, running the fan down here, and that's pretty much it on what that master I/O board does. The rest is controlled by the motherboard, of course. This computer has 16 gigabytes of RAM. Must be some third party, I'm not really sure, but it's just some basic RAM, as you can see right there. I'm going to be replacing this fan. I'm going to be replacing that one down there. I'm going to be replacing this one over here, and the one above it right there on the board. I actually have these fans from my old system, which this one right here is for the hard drives. This one right here is for the chassis right there. And this little guy right here is the one that goes up on top. I have the same water pump right here. So here's the fan that I'm going to be replacing for the back end here. My water pump has been sitting for a while, so as you can see, the grill here is kind of a little bit bent. But still works. I may replace it completely. I don't know yet. I don't even know what the CPU is on this thing yet. I would have to plug it in. It does have Windows 10. It is using Western Digital drives. There is a 1 terabyte. It's a 7200 RPM drive there. This one is 5400 RPM. It's 3 terabytes and a 4 terabytes. They're both the same RPM on that one. It does have a DVD rewritable, Blu-ray, blah blah blah, basic disk drives. I'm probably going to be pulling them out. I do have, for my old one, I have a block right here that just, when you remove the drive itself, you can put a hard drive there instead. So I'm probably going to be pulling both of those CD drives out and putting actual hard drives. Now, this is what failed in my last computer, which actually caught on fire when I was playing Grand Theft Auto, was the PSU, power supply unit. This one here is 800, what is it? Yeah, 875 watts. You can see it right there at the bottom. It does come with GeForce GTX 1080 OSC 8 gigs. GDDR5. So it's PNY. It's a nice looking card. Definitely a lot better than the old ones I had. At least I can do some good gaming. I can actually edit better than that thing over there. Well, I got some cleaning I gotta do, and I'm gonna have to do that here. I have an air compressor. I'm gonna be blowing everything out and replacing whatever I can. But yeah, I'm still debating what I want to do with these drives. This thing is RAID compatible, but I wouldn't mind putting an SSD in here. Although with SSDs, I'm looking for a longevity time, and with an SSD, I'm not going to get it. So I may just have to do RAID configuration, or I might just leave that drive in there. I got some cleanup to do. I got to rip that PSU apart. I got to clean that out and deal with that. I want to show off the ports on the back here first. See here's some of the ports right here. It does have USB 3 right there. It's got one in the front as well, so that's good. Good. USB 2.0s, your LAN, full surround. It's got some grills on top. This computer's like, what, 7 years old now? The R4. So you got two normal USBs in front. You got USB 3.0 right there. But yeah, it's time to get this thing cleaned. Got a lot of work to do on that. Time to go blow it out. So obviously I already started by taking a lot of this out already. I wanted to check it out yesterday. I'm going to pull out the drives now, and anything else I need to pull out. Just the drives for now. Well, what I'm going to be doing first, since I'm waiting for the nozzle for the air compressor to get warm, because it is outside in the cold, is if you take a look at this fan right here. I'm going to move this out of the way a bit. Alright. Have a look here. You see this one cord right there? The one with the yellow and the green and blue and black? Watch, as soon as I pull this thing out, that's as far as it'll go. That's stupid on behalf of Alienware for doing that. So what I'm going to be doing is with the other fan, this one right here, I'm going to move the light, is as you can see this is way too short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip this right here, and I'm going to extend this to, I don't know, maybe about there, something like that. There's plenty of room in there where the cord can just dangle with the rest. I don't mind. I like to be able to pull it all the way out and be able to clean at any time, or clean the fan at any time, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing with this one. There is some other fans in here that I don't have to replace, as that one right there, as you can see, and then this one right there. What else is there? Oh yeah, the PSU fan. I may actually have a couple that might be just the right size. I'm not really sure, but this thing is a really big pain to get into it. I already opened it yesterday. I took the cover off just to see how bad it was in the inside. So I don't really want to mess around with it too much, just in case those capacitors are still charged. And so I'm going to have to be very, very careful on that one. I don't want to get electric shock. Alright, so I found some wires here. They are the same colors. They're a little bit thicker gauge. Yeah. So I have some heat shrink here. I'm just going to do every wire individually. I don't really care if they're twisted or not. I'm not going to wrap the entire bundle. I could. I might still do that. We'll see. No, Alienware, like I said, should have had this a little bit longer. It's to be expected to pull it out if you want to clean, and that's just unacceptable. Strippers. So I'm going to start with blue first. Put those two together, and then twist them up. And then I'm going to do the same with the others. Green's being a problem. It doesn't matter anyways, because they're all going to be hit with solder. So I got my solder. Yeah. So what I just did there is it'll help keep them from corroding and make sure that they don't pull apart. Yeah. These don't like tinting. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to straighten these things out a bit. Shrinks properly. Indeed it does. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is the same thing I did with the black. Might be too small, I don't know. Hopefully not. Just gonna tape it. Blue hasn't even made it in there yet. Not working? Oh, there. Click on here, oh, right there. There we go. So, yeah, wire works. One thing that you guys need to know if you're ever going to use an air compressor on electronics, always make sure that there's no water inside the tank, because moisture can actually wreck your electronics. Alright, so I gotta let the blow out. This is gonna be a mess. I know it. Well, this thing definitely needs a blowout again, but I'm gonna take a break from that because of the fact that that air compressor is extremely hot right now because it's been indoors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a picture on where this fan goes in the port. All right. That just tells me where I can plug it in on the master I/O board. I'm just gonna unplug it. All right, so I'm gonna clean this thing up and pull this fan out. Just to show you, it was way worse than this. But as you see, it's still pretty dirty in the inside here. I did just temporarily blow it off a bit. So yeah, still got a lot left to go. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take these rubber clips out. I just gotta push them down. It's gonna be kind of a pain to do, but that will release this fan. Okay, so what I just did is I just pushed them on through. Ew. Ew. So that fan there. I'm gonna have to take these rubbers off here too. And I'm gonna have to put them on the other one. Unless I still have them on the other one, do I? Are they all broken off? Ooh, I broke them off. Oh, yeah. Oh, I snipped them off. Okay, well they gotta completely come off. Okay, I gotta go blow this thing off. Ew. Yeah, I ain't using that fan again. Alright, so what I'm doing now, I did clean the other fan. I even washed the plastic, pulled the little rubbers out, and cleaned them as well. Right now I'm just trying to get at this fan here because it's really bad, and I tried to blow it out with the air compressor, but it's really hard to do when you got this cover on it. So I'm going to take the cover off and pull the fan out of there and try to clean this properly. I'm very, very familiar with this computer. Like I said, I've had one since 2009. I've been through pretty much all the revisions of it. The main problem with these computers, it's not the motherboard, it's the master I/O board. It's the one that controls the fans, the lights, and everything. That board right there. I think it also controls the RAID as well. That board is a problem. But this is the R4, so maybe they've actually redid the revision on that board. It does say version 1.1. That might be the same old version as I had before. I don't know. I'd have to watch one of my previous videos. And these ones here are glitching out like crazy. Kind of failed. Still doing it. From one time. Oh my gosh, good thing I pulled that out. That's pretty caked in there. So I'm gonna take the fan completely out of here if I can get it to go around the RAM card slot. Great. Yeah. There we go. Ha! Now I can clean that fan properly. I can clean all that out. Well, I got lots of Q-tips. Look at all that crap come out. Yeah. Alright, well I'm gonna continue cleaning this, and once feasible again I actually changed my mind on that. I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. I'm going to deal with this little fan up here and pull it out. There we go. It's not bad shape. Hot swap really quick. As you can see, what I did is I pulled the other fan out just by pulling on this lever here. You can slowly clip and it pulls down. And just put it back into its plug here, right here, and back into the strap, which is right there. There, I got two in there. Those two are my operating system drives. I have two drive bays right here. These came out of my old computer. The top one here was actually meant for a card reader, so I had to put some electrical tape over it. As you can see, it looks like I don't have electrical tape until you get really, really close to it. And you can see some electrical tape there. As you can see, there's the inside of it.